My name is Nikki Carrington, and I'm a physical therapist and an exercise physiologist. And I just wanted to talk to you about some exercises that I've created or I want to teach you that helps you with balance. If you read the article, you know all about creating balance. We went over a lot of terms about center of mass and base of support and all of those things that help you with balance. As we age, we tend to lose about 30% of our balance from the age of 30 all the way up until 100. Because of that, it can cause us to have risk of falling, which is a very difficult thing to recover from. Falling can cause broken bones, and broken bones can cause loss of mobility, which can then, in turn, increase the rate of mortality. So, we're going to go over 7 exercises that will help you to be able to practice in your home so that your balance can improve and you can make sure that you're on your feet longer. First thing we're going to start on is working on that posture, okay? So I want you to stand up, bring your feet so that they're hip width apart, toes are pointing forward. I want you to think of a rope being pulled at the top of your head. Drop your chin a little bit. Drop your chest, stomach in, pull your belly button in towards your spine, and stand up nice and tall. Your shoulders are out of your ears, and they're back and down. So this is how I want you to practice standing while you're washing dishes, while you're standing in line, when you're standing in church, trying to encourage yourself to have better posture. Because when we don't have good posture, we also can create poor balance. How does that happen? Leaning forward now puts us more in a position that we're heavier on our front so that we go more on our toes, we can lose our balance. Being stuck back here causes you to have to step back and use yourself, your legs, your hips, and all of these things to support you so that you're making sure that you're not losing balance. As we get older, we don't always react as quickly as we do when we're younger. So if I'm falling back, I can step back. But as I get older, it might not be as easy to step back and gain my balance. So the first thing I want you to realize is that you have to keep your legs nice and strong, all right? So we're going to do an exercise in the chair. Very easy. It's a squat, but we're going to call it sit to stand. So what I want you to do, you're sitting all the way in the chair. Your feet are nice and flat on the ground. Hands on the chair, and then I want you to scoot yourself forward. Scoot again. One more time. And now I'm at the edge of the chair. My feet are hip width apart, and then I'm going to bring my feet back as far as I can. All right? The key is to lean forward. I want my nose to be over my toes. As I push my weight forward, it's going to cause the back portion of my weight to come up. Kind of just pop up. Even if I don't even try to stand, I'm going to sit up. Hands on the chair, you're going to stand straight up. All right, that's called a sit to stand. This can help you if you're in a chair that's low, it's difficult to stand up. Make sure you scoot all the way to the front, lean over as much as you can, and give yourself a push. But we're going to take that small thing that everybody has to do, and we're going to create an exercise out of it. We're going to cross our hands over our chest, and you're going to sit and just tap down on the chair and back up. Sit, tap, and up. Tap, and up. Tap, and up. So I'd like for you to do that 10 times. Rest, and then we're going to do another 10 times, okay? Because we got to keep those legs strong. The legs have to support us so that we stay on our feet and we're able to do the work that we need to do. The next exercise, using the chair, your hand is just there for support. We're going to work on those calf muscles, okay? You're coming up on your toes, back down, and now we're lifting the toes. So I want you to try to use your muscles up on your toes, and then you're lifting the toes. What I don't want to see you doing is this. Want to make sure that you're bringing those toes up. You're using the muscles in the front of the leg to get the toes back up. And these are called heel to toe raises. So we're going to do 10 of these, and then we're going to rest, and then we're going to do another 10. And the last exercise that we're going to do that's going to help to strengthen the legs, helps to strengthen the hip. That's where a lot of our mobility comes from in our lower half. So this is called four-way hip. These are 4 movements that the hip does. The first one, we're going to go out to the side. Leg just goes out, making sure the toe is pointing straight ahead and it's not out to the side, but it's straight ahead and we're bringing it out. We'll do 10 of those. Then we're going to kick back. Kick back. 10 times. 10 times. Let me move so you can see. Just kicking my legs straight back, using my glute muscles to do the work. The next exercise, I'm going to bring that hip up and down. Bring my knee up and down. 10 times. Good. And the last one, we're going to cross over in the middle. Cross in the middle. Now, if you're doing these, you're going to notice that this leg is starting to get tired, but you're working this leg. But we're working both of them. We're working all of our mobility in this leg with all of the movements, but this leg is helping you to balance. So the stability is now moving. So your contraction is not, there's no movement. You're getting all the concentric and eccentric contractions from here, and you're getting no movement on this side, but it's helping to increase that muscle. Then we're going to go to the other side. 10. Hip abduction. Hip extension. 10 times. Hip flexion. And lastly, hip adduction. We're going to rest, and then we'll do all 10 of those again on both sides. All right. You feeling tired yet? We'll take a break, get some water, and let's go into our balance exercise. So what I want to help you do is create balance, because I want you to be able to stay on your feet as long as you can. Like I said earlier, people who lose mobility have a higher risk of mortality. So the key is to keep moving as long as we can. So this exercise is called a STAR exercise. And you can put bottles of water, you can use cans in your home. You can even just put tape there. All I'm doing is marking the spot. All right, so I'm going to stand on my left leg. I'm going to touch the yellow cone with my right toe, bringing it back in the middle. Then I'm going to go out to the green, back to the middle, and then there's a yellow cone behind me, and I'm going to tap and back. Again, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. We're going to do that 10 times. Then we take our green cone. We're going to move it to this side. And we're going to work on the right leg. 1. I need this too. 1, 1. Good. 2, 2, 2. And we're going to do that 10 times. That's called the STAR balance. And the purpose of that is that it's not only is it helping you with your balance, it's helping you with something that we call proprioception. If you read the article, you know there are 3 different things that help with our balance. It's our visual, our vestibular, which is an apparatus that are in our ears, and it helps us with equilibrium, and what we call somatosensory, which is like your nervous system and your muscular system working as one. And what in our joints and in our tendons and ligaments, we have receptors for proprioception. And proprioception is if I close my eyes and I know that this cone is right here, and I can put it right back without opening my eyes and seeing, because my nervous system and my muscles are working together. I can feel and sense what's around me. So when we're balancing and we're doing these exercises without seeing what we're doing, we know where everything is. We're trying to help to keep that sense. We want that sense going because it helps us with our balance. Because as we get older, if our vision starts to be impaired, it can impair our balance. If our vestibular system starts to become impaired, it will impair our balance. And if our somatosensory, those senses of knowing where you are in space, starts to become impaired, it will all impair your balance. All right, Now let's go for the most difficult one everybody knows about. This helps with what we call static balance. That balance we did is called dynamic balance. It's balance and movement, which we really need because we don't ever just stand in place. We walk, we move, we sit. This balance here is called a single leg stance, and it's just pretty easy. We're just going to lift one leg. We're going to hover our hand over the chair. So if you start to lose your balance, you can hold on. Stomach in nice and tight. And what I want you to think about is stabilizing your ankle. All the wobbly stuff is coming from that ankle. Let's get that ankle centered. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. And then we'll put our foot down and we'll go to the other side. 30 seconds here. Work on stabilizing that ankle. This one is a little more difficult. And then we put our foot down. I want you to try your best to keep your arms down at your side. And the reason is when you lift your arms up, you are increasing your center of gravity and your base of support. We want to keep it narrow because we don't walk like this. We walk like this. So when you're walking and your balance is, you're improving it, you want to make sure that you're still able to move and not lose your balance because you need so much help with your increasing your center of mass. All right, in our last exercise, this is a difficult exercise, but we're going to narrow our stance. So I'm going to take this left foot and I'm going to put it in front of my right foot. Turn to the side so you can see me. So we're going to just stand heel to toe. The balance is coming more so from the back leg. We're going to try to hold that for 30 seconds. Once 30 seconds is up, we're going to step that right leg in front of the left. And we're going to try to maintain that for 30 seconds. When that's over, you can take a break, put that right leg behind again, hold it for another 30 seconds, and then we'll step it in front. 30 seconds. All right, those are very easy, practical exercises that you can do at home. I promise you, if you practice these at least twice a week, once a day, you are going to improve your balance. So happy exercising, and please, please, please remember, the longer that you are able to stay mobile, the longer you can help to increase your life expectancy. Thank you.